With the daily roundup of news from the US and around the world. First, the headline. Explosion in New York. Man detonates pipe bomb in attempted terrorist attack, officials say. Pollution is putting millions of infants at risk of brain damage, UNICEF says. Germany's Social Democrats vote to start talks with Merkel's party. The government has finally issued a Gazette notification on the discipline of lower courts of judges, keeping the president's authority over their conduct in Bangladesh. Forecasters in UK are predicting coldest night of the year. The details. Man detonated a pipe bomb in attempted terrorist attack, says the officials. Man wearing a homemade pipe bomb detonated his explosives in a walkway at the Port Authority bus terminal near Times Square on Monday, injuring 3 people and causing chaos in one of the busiest commuter hubs in the city, officials said. Authorities called the explosion in the terminal at 42nd Street and 8th Avenue an attempted terrorist attack, and police identified the suspect in custody and Ayatollah 27. They said the attack appears to be isolated. In conversations with authorities, Ayatollah pledged allegiance to ISIS, according to one law enforcement official with direct knowledge of the investigation. He is of Bangladeshi descent and lives in Brooklyn, a law enforcement source told a news agency. Ullah held a taxi and limousine commission license from March 2012 to March 2015, after which the license was not renewed. TLC spokesman Alan Fromberg said it's unclear whether he drove for any particular base or whether he simply got the license but didn't drive at all, Fromberg said. Mayor Bill de Blasio called the incident an attempted terrorist attack, while Police Commissioner James O'Neill called it a terror-related incident. Cuomo said the perpetrator used an amateur, effectively low-tech device. There are also no credible and specific threats against New York City at this time, de Blasio said. On grainy surveillance footage, commuters are seen walking through a tunnel when a burst of smoke erupts into the hallway, quickly filling it. Commuters flinch and take cover when the smoke clears. A man can be seen lying on the ground in the hallway. Fortunately for us, the bomb partially detonated, Cuomo said. Members of the NYPD forensics team were seen on the 8th Avenue carrying a large brown bag which they placed into a police van. By Monday afternoon, all subway stations with direct access to the terminal were reopened. The passageway remained closed. Pollution is putting millions of infants at risk of brain damage, UNICEF says. Almost 17 million infants worldwide are breathing toxic air, potentially affecting their brain development, according to a UNICEF report published Wednesday. 2/3 of the affected infants, over 12 million, live in South Asia and are exposed to pollution 6 times higher than the recommended limits. Particulates in pollution can damage brain issues and impact cognitive development, the report states, with potential lifelong consequences. Air pollution is one of the biggest threats to child health globally. Munia claims 900,000 and 20,000 children under the age of 5 every year, and the risk is greatest for those under the age of 1. Brain undergoes critical growth in the first 1,000 days of life, forming foundational neural connections in this stage. Exposure to air pollution during this time can therefore impact development, the report states. During development, young brains are especially vulnerable to even small doses of toxic chemicals. This is made worse by higher breathing rate in children, which causes them to inhale more toxic air, according to the report. The brains of babies and young children are constructed by a complex interplay of rapid neural connections that begin before birth, said Via Robello, the UNICEF chief of early childhood development. These neural connections shape a child's optimal thinking, learning, health, memory, linguistic, and motor skills. Negative environments such as exposure to toxic air make children more vulnerable to developmental problems, preventing their brain from developing fully, she explained. Research has shown that air pollution can stunt growth, impact IQ and memory, and cause psychological issues as anxiety, depression, and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which can go on to affect test scores in school. UNICEF says that the study used in satellite imagery to identify an infant population of 12 million in South Asia at greater risk from pollution, exceeding air pollution limits set by the World Health Organization by sixfold. With 1 in 8 babies breathing extremely polluted air, urgent steps to reduce air pollution must be taken now, said Nicholas Rees, a UNICEF policy specialist and author of the study. We will not be able to end child deaths and provide children with a fair start in life without addressing the environmental risks that they face. He said, the numbers are very concerning for public health, said Richard B. Smith, a research associate in the School of Public Health and Imperial College London, who was not involved in the UNICEF report. Smith authored a paper published Tuesday that analyzed the health of 500,000 infants in London between 2006 and 2010. It found that the pregnant women exposed to air pollution were more likely to give birth to underweight babies. Level of pollution in Asia are much higher than in London, she said. We see effects in London that are below the legal limits, so it's concerning when you realize how many children are exposed to that in South Asia. Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma tied the knot in Indian cricket. Captain Virat Kohli and Bollywood actress Anushka Sharma got married in Italy on Monday. They said in a statement, ending weeks of frenzied speculation that they were getting hitched. Today, we have promised each other to be bound in love forever. We are truly blessed to share the news with you, the celebrity couple said, adding that it had been a beautiful day. A statement sent to journalists said the wedding had been attended by close family and a few friends, as they wished their wedding to be a very private affair. The ceremony was performed according to Hindu rituals. It added, Kohli and Sharma, both 29, posted different photos of themselves smiling together and dressed in colorful Indian wedding garb on their Twitter feed late Monday. The statement added that the couple will host a reception in New Delhi for relatives on December 21st, followed by a celebration in Mumbai on December 26th to be attended by Bollywood stars and cricketers. Afterwards, Sharma will accompany Kohli to South Africa, where he will prepare for India's forthcoming tour there, which is taking place early next year. The statement added that after spending New Year's Eve together, Sharma will return to Mumbai in first week of January to resume her acting commitments. They will live in the Worli district of Mumbai, the home to India's Hindu film industry. It said last year, Kohli reportedly bought a luxury sea view apartment in the area for 340 million rupees. The pair, dubbed Rishka by Indian Mega, are one of the highest profile couples in state-obsessed India. Kohli is among the world's highest paid athletes and a huge star in cricket-mad nation, and Sharma is one of the top actresses in the country's multi-billion-dollar film industry. They started dating in 2013 after they met during the filming of a shampoo advert and made their first public appearance a year later during a football match. Then last week, Sharma and her family were seen at Mumbai's international airport, apparently heading for a European destination. Kohli has smashed numerous records throughout his illustrious career and recently became the first batsman to score 6 double test centuries as a captain. Sharma's film credits include hit movies Sultan and PK. She won a National Filmfare Award for her role in Jab Tak Hai Jaan and As Long As I Live. Indian TV channels billed their vows as the wedding of the year. Stars from the world of Bollywood and cricket were quick to congratulate the new husband and wife. The government has finally issued a Gazette notification on the discipline of lower court judges in Bangladesh. The President will make necessary decisions in consultations with the Supreme Court, and the Law Ministry will implement those. A High Court official of the ministry said, interpreting the contents of the 24-page notification titled Bangladesh Judicial Service. The official requesting anonymity told the daily newspaper last night that the President is the appointing authority of all the judges, including the Chief Justice. The President will appoint an investigation officer or form a 3-member committee to conduct probe into any allegations brought against a lower court judge under the disciplinary rules, the officials added. The IO, or the probe body, will be appointed from the Judicial Service, and a district judge will head the committee. The IO or the probe committee members will not be from the rank below that of judicial officer against whom allegations has been brought. The President will provide the inquiry report and statements of witnesses and accused officials to the committee chief and members and the complainant. He The IO will start probing in 10 days and finish the investigation in 4 months from the date of receiving the order. If the IO cannot complete the probe in 4 months, he or she will inform it to the President through the Supreme Court in black and white, mentioning snow in the UK is getting out of proportion. Forecasters predicting coldest night of the year. Freezing conditions are continuing to affect parts of the UK as forecasters warn it could be facing the coldest night of the year. Fourth day of wintry weather has caused widespread disruption affecting flights, trains, and ferries. Yellow Met Office warnings for snow has been extended until 11 GMT on Tuesday. Forecasters are predicting temperatures could hit minus 15 degrees Celsius. Hundreds of schools are to stay closed for a second successive day on Tuesday. The Met Office weather warning covers Wales, Northern Ireland, parts of Scotland, the Midlands, London, and the southeast of England. Clear skies overnight could lead to temperatures to drop lowest in Wales and central England. A low of minus 11.6 degrees Celsius was recorded on Sunday night in the Gillingham, Barnes, Northumberland, although Saturday was the coldest night of the year so far, reaching minus 12 degrees Celsius. BBC weather forecasters was reporting hazardous conditions would continue in the coming days, although there would be less snow than at the weekend. A perishing cold night is expected as we move through Monday evening into Tuesday, with another widespread and severe frost and temperatures plummeting to below minus 10 degrees Celsius across any snow fields. Over 350 schools in the West Midlands are to close for another day, while in Wales about 180 schools are so far have said they will shut. More than 1,000 schools didn't open on Monday. Power cuts. More than 1,000 homes are still without power after 140,000 were cut off Sunday. Western Power Distribution said 900 homes were still out of electricity, including more than 700 in the West Midlands. Scottish and Southern Electricity Networks said 750 remain cut in Oxfordshire. Germany's Social Democrats will start talks with Merkel's party. Germany's Social Democrats have given the green light for their party to enter preliminary coalition talks with Chancellor Angela Merkel's party in a vote that could trigger an end to the country's political deadlock. More than 600 SPD's delegates gathered on Thursday in Berlin and debated the question for several hours before voting overwhelmingly for the exploratory talks to begin. In a speech earlier in the day, party chief Martin Schulz, who is facing a vote on his own leadership later on Thursday, called for a yes vote in spite of significant misgivings. Schulz had ruled out entering a coalition with the Christian Democratic Union and Christian Social Union, the so-called Grand Coalition that has ruled Germany for the last 4 years, but has recently related from position. It's not about the question of Grand Coalition or no Grand Coalition, minority government or no minority government, he said on Thursday. No, it's about the question, how can we live up to our responsibility both today and towards the next generation. He insisted that the party would not enter a new coalition without policy concessions from Merkel. Governing cannot come at any price, he said. News comes after nearly 3 weeks of deadlock following the collapse of coalition talks between Merkel Alliance and pro-business Free Democratic Party and the Green Party after federal elections in September. In a bid to avoid the possibility of fresh elections, Germany's President Frank Walters stepped in to break the deadlock, issuing what Schulz described as a dramatic appeal for his party to consider coalition talks. Formal talks between the parties are unlikely to stop until the next year. Thank you very much for watching. Watch us at www.millenniumtv.org and do drop us a line at info@millenniumtv.net. This is Janis Ahmed signing off from Millennium TV USA. We are bridging communities worldwide.